Deputy Speaker. We recently heard from the Chancellor about how he buckled under the immense lobbying pressure of the 13 Scottish Tory colleagues. The pressure applied by the Scottish Tories supposedly made all the difference in scrapping the VAT payments for Scotland's police and fire services. Well, perhaps the half-baked baker's dozen could have another word in the ear of the Chancellor and prove that they understand the situation and therefore care about the WASPI women and seek to bring justice for them. If no changes are made by the UK government, it simply shows that the Scottish Tories are either not as influential as they are made out to be, or they simply don't care about the plight of the WASPI women. An honourable member for Aberdeen South spoke as if he truly understood this problem, but will he follow us through the lobby tonight, or is it all just empty rhetoric? Madam Deputy Speaker, can you imagine if MPs born in the 1950s were not made aware of major changes to their pensions, and they would in fact not receive them until years later? When we debated that, and we would, this House would be full to the gunnels. MPs would be filling every single seat and the steps in between. How quickly would this House find a political resolution to that problem? How quick are we to vote ourselves pay rises? Well, that's the benchmark the government should be judged by. On behalf of the 5,700 WASPI women of Inverclyde, I want the UK Government to know that we will keep on bringing these debates to the House. We will continue to raise the issues in the press, and we will not go away until there has been a resolution to the plight of those affected by these pension changes. The momentum of this campaign has not weakened. Next week, my office will host a meeting of the Inverclyde WASPI Group as they maintain their work on attracting new volunteers and making sure the affected women have access to advice and support. The WASPI campaign has already raised more than £100,000 to fund an initial legal campaign. The Minister must surely be aware that the WASPI campaign is now too well organised and funded for them to continue dismissing their concerns. According to the WASPI campaign, there are also 196 members in this House who have committed themselves to assisting the campaign. This should be seen as a signal that the UK Government needs to begin a dialogue with the WASPI women, and they have to start that dialogue now. They are being very reasonable in asking for this opportunity. There may be many small steps along the way to achieving a solution. The UK Government should see the sense and take this first step willingly, rather than being dragged along by the undeniable force of public pressure. And finally, Madam Deputy Speaker, it's not too late for this Government to do the decent thing and make amends for this ill-advised, poorly administered and damaging policy.